Hey,
Everybody, welcome to another episode of Mocha Madness. I'm Mario, and you got Ronnie here with you. What's going on,
hey,
Ronnie?
life trying to keep up with all this bullshit. What's going on with you?
It's about the same, and it seems like it's always something. Every week is something else. Something they're keeping us with some good content.
Every week, every day,
Right.
every.
That's true. I was trying to be, I guess generous to say every week, but yeah, you're right.
Every
It
day.
is just about every day. Just about every day. It's becoming. I don't know what is going on. Like to I feel like we've got more news since he's taken office, right or wrong things happening since than any other presidency this soon. I mean, so when people say it feels like it's been 5 or 10 years since he's been in office, it literally feels like that because it's
Yes.
like something's always happening, and maybe that's his ploys to kind of how people entertainers and stuff do stuff to stay relevant, and maybe that's what his thing is,
Mhm.
just to stay relevant. But I don't know. And I know you recently sent me that clip with Vance wearing that hat, talking about Trump 2028. And I know he's been toying with that idea here or there, and he has never, gave a concrete answer as to say if he's going to run again. However, this is kind of scary.
It's very scary. I'm gonna
Yeah,
say, it does feel like it's been 5 or 10 years, but I don't. He's yes to stay, I guess, relevant, but also he's vain. He likes attention. Remember, he doesn't really care about the presidency. It's more let me get out here and rally because I'm in front and people are clapping for me. And
exactly.
people are, like you said, talking about me. So it's that. I mean, if you remember his last term, once Biden got in, I remember people saying so much like it's so good not to see the president on the news every day or on TV every day or something about him every day, probably because he was working. But here we are with this. Um, I can see it is scary the 2028 hat that Vance had on. However, what I really feel is that they know that they are fucking up so bad. And they know that people are ready for these midterms. So they've already, was it Miami? I think it was that they're saying they're not going to have midterms in 2026. They're cutting it out without taking a vote. Oh, yes. Oh, baby. Yes. Look that up in Miami. They sat down, basically Republicans had a vote saying they're going to push back the midterms down in Miami. So I'm wondering if they're
We already
starting to
know.
see if that shit stick. Because if it sticks down there and they don't get any uproar, too much uproar, let me see how else we can do that. And I wouldn't be surprised if they try to pull that shit or try to hold on. Let me use the right words. Not cut it out or push it back. Redistrict, but we know what redistrict
You know
means.
what that
You
means.
want, you
Exactly.
want to make sure that people who's not going to vote for him can't get to certain places to vote. You're going to make sure of that. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Are they gonna buy anything necessary? Because we already know. We don't know.
Mhm.
We have the inkling or the feeling that that he's basically stole the election anyway. And so now I think it's going to be, to your point, anything that can be done to allow him to get back in office.
Yep.
Because here's the thing: if you met, he probably wouldn't want anybody to come after him to highlight all the fuck ups that has happened thus far. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so that's I think that's part of the reason why his ego probably wouldn't handle it. Somebody being able to uncover, because it's easy for him to kind of say or throw darts at somebody else and say, "Oh, you did this wrong and you did that wrong." But the fact of somebody coming in after, and to your point that he's egotistical and cares more about himself, so he cares about the image. So then once it's all said and done, he's thinking forward thinking like, boom, if people start talking bad about me like that, then when I'm out of office, deals would be messed up, all that kind of stuff. So
Yep.
it's yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And it's gonna be a whole bunch of damn cleanup. But all
Oh
this,
yeah.
whoever comes in behind them, bless their hearts. But all this, 2028 talking all this, sir, your your clock is ticking.
It is.
And the way y'all claiming Christian and playing with the Lord,
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but let's be honest. Slave owners used to claim to be religious as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So then
Yep.
you have to question, hey, I guess everybody doesn't have the same viewpoint of what religion is, or
Hmm.
who God is and all that kind of stuff. Everybody, but that's with anything. People interpret the Bible and all the
Yep.
teachings of the Bible to benefit their lives. So I think this is the case, same case. Also, I recently heard something about jumping around here about it was supposed to be some kind of law. I don't know how true this is that he's putting in place that um, before I start talking crazy, but something about people that live together, like couples that live together um, for more than 5 years, will be considered legally married after sometime in August. Let me look that up, which I thought was crazy, but I think that it helps with something about like the uh, probably helps something with like the family unit. You know what I'm saying? Making appeal to the family unit. Like
Mm.
I brought, I brought families back together and all that kind of stuff.
Well, it's always been common law marriage, but okay, if he wants to take credit for this, so be it.
Yeah.
But then too, I look at it this way because you know me and you like to kind of just think outside the box and throw stuff in. Yes, the family unit, quote unquote, but also if you cut out as much stuff as you say you're going to cut out, he's trying with the back to the voting thing. Basically, what Vance said that the man should be the leader of the household as far as votes go. The man should vote for the whole household.
Mm. But I
So
mean, okay. So basically, the woman should vote at all, and the man should be the one that votes,
the husband
or
picks
or
how
does the
the
woman
house.
still have a vote, but she has to vote in accordance to what her husband says?
What Vance said was it would be nice to go back from what he knows. It would be nice to go back to the husband selecting how the house votes. If a woman's not married, her brother or no, her father, if he's still alive, says how the house votes. If her father's not alive and she's not married, her brother, if she has one, decides how to vote.
So then, but how does that change anything? I mean, I guess in the Republican households, or to make sure that women don't stray from voting Republican, I guess, or voting in favor of Trump, I can see that part of it. But in the grand scheme of things, what if the man doesn't want to vote for? Do you know what I'm saying? Then you kind
Right,
of shoot yourself in the foot.
right.
But I get it. I guess they're trying to allegedly trying to give back power, or alleged power back to the males. Um, that whole, old
He,
school family structure.
yes,
But,
old
but
school
if you want to
family.
do that, then I hate to say it, but then you need to make sure that more men are the head of their households. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because
I understand exactly what you're saying. I
you know what
do.
I'm saying. You got women are doing the work, and men and men in these households. So just because you're the man doesn't necessarily mean that she should follow you. So in
That's
some cases,
it.
you might need to follow her. But and I guess he's probably speaking from the traditional of the man is the leader of the house and all that kind of stuff. But hey, ain't that one of those things? Respect is earned, not given. Do you know
Earn
those
not
type of things?
giving. Yep.
So yeah,
Yep. And that's what they kind of ran on that with the family structure of the household. Couples are not staying together. Back in the day, it wasn't divorce. They stayed married, they fought it out. Well, back in the day too, a woman couldn't even get a bank account unless her husband signed out for it, all for it. She wasn't working. He was only the breadwinner. So yeah, there were some great families, but you had some who were getting beaten and mistreated and abused, and they didn't have nowhere to go, so they couldn't leave because they didn't have a job or they didn't even have the
right.
skills to get a job or weren't allowed to work outside of the house. So that's why some of them were staying together.
Oh, definitely.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
it's a mess.
It's gonna be crazy, 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 and it's I guess the administration is showing that they really don't care about people, the everyday people. And here's the thing: it's crazy to me that the everyday people are too stupid. Let's not say too stupid. Don't realize
Call a
where
spade a
they stand.
spade.
Huh?
I said, call a spade a spade. What you said. Uh-huh.
They don't realize where they stand in the hierarchy of priorities for the administration. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Uh, this big beautiful bill that has been passed. I, I don't know. I just find it hard to believe that people would willingly support an administration that is going to rip away everything that
Everything.
is needed for for survival, for living, for everyday life.
Everything.
Um,
And they don't get it because I feel like a lot of you voted because you thought black and brown people were going to be hurt. I mean, we're all going to be hurt behind this. But I
true,
guess what
true,
gets me is that in this bill, when they talk about the rural areas are going to hurt the most, I feel like this is a news flash because what they don't understand, a lot of us, we don't live in rural areas.
right.
So
So then,
y'all
like,
done
why would
voted against your own interest.
that makes no sense to me. I
None.
guess if people would not believe that what he said was that he said that he was going to do what he said he was going to do. You know what I'm saying? They just what they felt like he was just saying these things and wasn't going to stand behind them and all that kind of stuff and make things happen like that. So you didn't think he was going to be affected? Like I think about some of these Latin Americans that voted for him, and now it is like on one hand, as from a humanistic perspective, you feel empathy for them, like, oh, this is sad. But on the other
Mhm.
hand, you say, well, listen, shit, you get what you get. Don't throw a
You
fit.
get
You know what I'm saying?
you get what you get. And
Yeah.
a lot of them did believe it. I feel like a bunch of them knew he was going to do it. They didn't think it was going to happen to them.
But
It
why
was going to
not?
be okay if it
But why
happened
not?
to us. And that's my thing. Now, all of us with sense was like, why would you think it wouldn't be you?
Yeah.
Why would you welfare, Planned Parenthood, and all that? They're upset. That's why they want to stop abortions and stuff because it's more y'all going to Planned Parenthood and stuff than it is us. It's way more actually. Welfare is white than Hispanics.
Right.
Maybe somebody else because we're not at the top of that list. We're not,
Right. Yeah. So
but they don't see that.
I would love to have a conversation with just the thought process to understand the thought process to see like what were you thinking, like
Mm-hmm.
what was going through your mind, you
Mm-hmm.
know what were you watching, what were you hearing, what were you reading, what were you paying attention to, why did you think this was going to happen?
This is
I
gonna
don't know,
happen to
it's
me.
crazy. But back to
It's gonna
that
happen to me.
the big beautiful bill, it's I can't believe it passed.
I want to say that I can't, but I'm not shocked.
Mm,
I'm not shocked because even I just feel like it's so many wimps on that side because I feel like it's so many people that know this is going to hurt others as far as Republicans because the Democrats was like, nah.
mm,
But when all the Republicans and they already got the House and stuff. So, and even when they were like a tie, I forgot which one. I can't believe it. I can't remember if it's the House or the Senate, but JD came and broke the tie.
mm.
So that in itself, I don't, I literally just don't understand them. And it's hard to feel sorry for. I know you said, you kind of want to, when you hear these stories, you're kind of like, that is fucked up. And I feel sorry. But then it was one story. She worked out in the fields, like she worked on a farm basically. Obviously ICE came and did all whatever. She voted for Trump, but at the end, she's saying how she won't be able to afford her medication because of Medicaid and all that stuff. And the reporter asked her, if you could go back, knowing what you know today, would you still vote for Trump? And when she said, I just wouldn't vote at all,
Mhm.
okay, I can't feel sorry for you. So you know what he did, but even though you know that everything that he's done would mess you up, you would still not vote instead of voting for that woman. That's insane to me. That's
What?
insane to me.
I mean, what do you call that type of thinking? Like, is
Stupid.
that you have that much hate?
It,
You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you, and you don't, but I guess aside from the hatred that you may have, how, why are you not thinking about how these decisions are going to impact you?
how
You know
they
what
are
I'm
going
saying?
to,
Like, you're
yes,
not a billionaire. You're not, you know what I'm saying? So what were you thinking?
yes, yes. And why so much hate towards us, which I think is so funny because it's like you're in any culture
Mhm.
that's not just straight white, any
Mhm.
culture, y'all riding on our civil rights act. We was out there marching. Our people was marching.
Right.
Y'all benefited from that.
You're
The
right.
Asians, the Hispanics, y'all benefited from Martin Luther King and Sammy Davis Jr. and what's my guy? I love him to death. Harry Belafonte and all them out marching. Y'all benefited from that. All of us from the Civil Rights Act. So how dare you make it seem that you're above here or that you're more maybe because your skin's a little lighter, but they still look at you like you're nothing. Like you're nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know, but it's crazy. And how do you feel about Hakeem Jeffries?
Oh, Hakeem. I like him. But here's the thing with liking him. I think he's in the right place and he's going to fight and let me take it back. He's going to talk for us.
Right.
But I feel, and this is not me comparing him to him because can't nobody can compare to Martin. But my comparison is to me, Hakeem is giving Martin, and we need a Malcolm. We need
I
somebody.
oh, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, we kind of.
Yeah.
I get this, and let's not stoop to their level. Okay, but now I feel like going to hell ain't a bad idea. Like I
I
feel we need to pull out. Where's Eric Mays? We need to pull out when they go low. We go lower. That's
exactly.
because
Exactly.
this kumbaya shit ain't working.
It ain't working at all, and that's I
It's not
guess
working.
I get it to your point that taking that Martin Luther King mentality and but you got to read the room. You know what I'm saying? You got to read with this ain't the 50s. You know what I'm saying? This is a different time, so you got to
You
do
gotta
things a
be
little
prepared.
differently. You know,
But hell, even towards the end, Dr. King was like, okay, he's thinking like maybe I shouldn't have.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I to your point, I like Hakeem Jeffries. However, I don't like I don't want to say it comes across weak
mhm.
because that's not it. I just hate it sometimes seems complacent, like, and then you like you do just enough to say you did something so you can sleep better at night versus really putting forth
Yep.
fighting the good fight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you can say, "Oh, I held up the vote for this many hours." However, it wasn't enough.
It
You know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
enough.
We need somebody. We need some people that are radical. That
We
are.
need yes. Yes. But they say Jasmine and AOC do too much. Hakeem didn't want them to back down. It's like, no, we need somebody on fire because y'all sitting ducks.
And here it is, Jasmine and AOC. I don't want to be sexist, but here you letting the women take the reign, and you want them to kind of fall back a little bit. No, sir, you need to be taking a couple of pages out of their book and riding with them because that's what we need right now.
But it's
We don't
gonna
need nobody that's soft and doing all that talking and I don't want to say preaching, but doing all that, whatever it is, giving us monologues and soliloquies and all that kind of stuff. We need somebody that's really on
we
the front
need
line because
somebody that's
you
front.
need to
Yeah.
get people fired up. That's the thing. You need to do something to get people fired up. Jasmine and AOC get people fired up
Get
and
them
all that.
fired up.
Yeah,
They get them fired up. And it's history because when you think about it, and this is that I'm not taking away from any other race or any other, female. But if we gonna be for real, black women get shit done. We tired. We not gonna play with y'all. We are the most disrespected
mhm,
in the fucking history of all women. But we gonna get shit done and we gonna make it work. And
yeah,
while we hate this, I know people hate to hear we sitting back, we not doing anything because it's like you still want to do something. I want my kids to see me doing something. However, I think that, and not just black women, but black men too, black in general, we have that mentality where if shit goes to hell, we know how to survive and get this shit done. We done it. Our
right.
parents done it. Our grandparents done it. Yeah, we like all this nice shit, but if shit gets bad, we know how to what the kids say, get it out the mud. We know how to we know how to handle it.
That's what they say. Get out the mud.
That's what they say, honey, get it out the mud. I want to bring up something I saw today real quick, just because we're talking about the strong black women that's out here fighting.
Mhm.
And I love me some Angela Rye. I love her,
Oh yeah.
but I was kind of upset with her today.
Oh
She was on
no.
she was on the Breakfast Club,
Mhm.
and Charlamagne asked, "Well, what do you think about President Obama? Where is he in all of this?" And she's like, "Yeah, they're doing podcasts and this. They need to be out there doing this." And I'm like, Angela, that ain't they fight no more.
Right.
That, well, where were they? This is what we need right now, and they need to get out here and do this. I mean, I love them both, but they need to be on the ground. They need to be. Maybe they was walking alongside Kamala and they was on the ground. They've been saying not do. So what else are they supposed to do? Why can't he enjoy his retirement? Why can't Michelle enjoy her husband's retirement? Like, why ain't you bring Clinton and whoever else in here to come? I get that they're, because of the culture, they're black. I get it. But what else are they supposed to say? What else are they supposed to say?
Well,
Like,
no, yeah, but we're always so much more critical of our own people than we
we
are
are.
of others, and so I think and it could I could be wrong, and maybe they feel like, oh, the Obamas had the respect of not just the blacks, but they had respect of a lot of different races and stuff like that. Um, and so maybe they feel like that's what we need to get people, bring people together to fight against what's going on. However, they're tired. And to your point, listen, they've done their part. They clocked out. They want to live their life, enjoy their life, and you have to be okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
You okay
So
with that?
while we're putting all that on their shoulders, we need to put that on the shoulders of those who are in office currently,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that could really be making
Mm-hmm.
these things happen. But no, we always doing that. Well, so and
We
so should
always
be doing this, so and so should be doing that.
exactly.
No, the people
No.
that are currently available, they
Mm-hmm.
should be doing something. And to your point, if we're gonna call out them, then let's bring back the Bill Clintons of the world, the Hillary
Exactly.
Clintons of the world, all that kind of
Exactly.
stuff. Because it doesn't make it for a good story to
It
just
doesn't.
keep singling them out,
It
and want
doesn't.
them. Because then here's the thing, that's I hate about our people sometimes. So we'll want them to fight the good fight. Then we bring them back into the fold, and things don't go the way we think it should, or it was gonna
Mm-hmm.
pan out. Now we're talking about, so they damned if they do it, damned if they don't.
Yep.
Because now
They
we're gonna
damn
talk
if
about
they do.
oh, and they should have did this differently, and they should have did that different. No, you leave them alone, let them do their thing, let them live their life. You know what I'm saying? Because what really can they do?
Exactly. But I feel like that they are still doing stuff, not to the level that they were, but they was on that trail talking to people, that campaign trail, even before that, basically saying, when Biden was still, before the election and everything, when Biden, he was basically saying, when Biden was still in office, we can't let this man get back in here.
Right.
Obama and Michelle were both doing that. So it's like, what more do you want for them? Also, it would be different if maybe Dems had the House and Republicans had the Senate. They got all three
All three, yeah.
branches. So everything he says is falling on deaf ears. And that's something that this crazy one's gonna like, because oh, he's jealous, he's mad, I'm more successful than him. We know it's not true.
Right.
But that's what it's gonna be. He's already blaming. What did one of them come out and say? Where was Obama at during 9/11? He was a kid and he wasn't in office. I'm confused. Why would he? What? So this is shit that they're saying that don't even, because everything's Biden and Obama's fault.
Right.
Everything. So yeah, but I like Angela. I really do. I follow her. I love her. But I just feel like that wasn't it. I feel like that was kind of
Yeah, but
lame.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. I just think it is one of those cases like we grasping for straws, and we seeing that the people that we currently have to lean on, we can't really lean on them. So now
Mm-hmm.
let's call somebody else back that we think is going to do the job or get the job done. And I'm not saying that he can't, but I'm just saying if he doesn't get the job done or doesn't meet our expectations, then that now
Yep.
we against him.
Yep.
So to save him and his family that extra heartache and headache, hey, let them be, because again, I say they'll be damned if they do and damned if they don't. And so
I agree.
um,
I agree.
it's crazy. I think it's crazy. Um, I don't know.
They owe us nothing else. They owe us nothing.
They don't. They really don't.
They
they
owe us
really,
nothing.
they really don't. What we should be focused on right now is getting, because whoever is going to run in 2028
Mm-hmm.
need to be campaigning right
Now, didn't we say that before? We
now.
said that before.
Matter of
Now,
fact, they
that's
should have
where Biden
started.
fucked up. That's where Biden fucks up. He got too cocky and was like he's gonna run again. Then at the 11th hour,
He
he's
changed his
pushing
mind.
her in there.
Yeah, they, whoever it is, they need to be in there right now,
Now,
getting things situated, getting their name out there, built, out there as they old school politicians, shaking hands, kissing babies, making things happen, shaking things up. That's what they really need to do right now, creating a sense of
they need
fear
to now. Yes,
so
now.
that people get it, finding out what the issues are that really, really, really do matter to the American
Mm-hmm.
people, and let that be their platform. Um, because now perfect timing with this big beautiful bill coming across and stuff like that. So if they do anything to combat that, and they run on things to combat that, that could be a great
That
platform for
could be a
them.
great platform.
With the Medicare and all that kind of stuff. It's yeah,
They need to. I mean, like you said, they need to be in the front of a camera yesterday. Get
yeah,
all of them. Everybody that think they want to run. I don't care if it's 20 of them. We can narrow it down. Get their asses out here on this campaign trail. And I agree with what you said. I think this is a couple of episodes ago. I love my people as much as I love my people. We already know what's not gonna happen, sadly. So
right,
we can't have no woman and we can't have nobody black right now. Get a white man that's
right.
gonna stand on business. I know they'll never pick them, but I love me a people to jag. I
Yeah,
love them. I'm
they,
sorry. I will
I don't
vote for
know.
them.
They may
I
rally for
They
them.
might surprise. They might
Yeah,
they
but
may
we
surprise us, but get Newsom out. His sexy ass. I might. Well, I can only vote once, but either way, it's whatever. But get him out there, and he's single. He's divorced, so it's fine. Get him out there. But
But now you think that that maybe some people may be scared to announce or to let it be known that they're going to run. Because I'm thinking about those senators. Was it senators that were recently shot?
uh-huh.
So I'm just thinking, is it fear now? Is for some that is it? Are they fearful of letting it be known where they stand for fear of some kind of retaliation because maybe some people get wind of it and they'll be a martyr and just you know
Fear could be a part of it, Mario. But I also feel like it's so much crazy shit going on right now that in their heads they're like, we can't even fucking, as they should be thinking about that right now.
right.
It's like, where the fuck are we even? We can't come together to not let votes come through right now. So how the hell are we getting ready to stand on business, as the kids say too? My kids will be so proud of me. Stand on business and get other people. They'll probably be like, please stop. But to get other people out here, like it's so much, and then they not standing together how I wish they would stand together. Let me say that that pisses me off. So I don't know. But whatever it is, they need to figure this shit out and get somebody out there now.
Immediately. So it's. But I don't know. I just don't understand why somebody's not currently campaigning for. Because if you think about it, as they said previously, he campaigned for 3 or 4 years prior to, kept his name out there, everything like that. So by the time that the election came around, he people knew him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got granted, we already knew him, but he never fell back. He was always
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah, and wasn't talking about shit now. He wasn't talking about shit no, but he likes the crowds and he likes to be worshipped. So that's why he was out there for all the wrong reasons, but he was out there.
And yeah,
He was out there.
he was, and so that's what gets me though is that I don't know.
Shit's crazy. I do want to know though, where's everybody that was saying, what has Kamala done the past 4 years? What the fuck is JD? Why have I not heard what is JD doing? I guess I'm
Well,
confused.
she is the vice president, not
And
she's the
she's
vice
supposed to
president,
mind
not
her
chief
business. If
president.
the vice president is
What's
in
she
the
supposed to
fucking
do?
news, that's a problem, probably. So let's just hear
Yeah. And to your point, what is Vance doing? Because if
At
Trump,
Disney World getting booed with his kids and his milk order wife
uh, what?
walking through Disneyland with all the booze going. That's what was going on.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Hmm.
you need to be out here making some changes, doing some things. I don't,
With your little red hat on at Disney World. Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't, but see, he'll get a pass. He'll get a pass.
You know he will. You
Yeah,
know he will.
he'll get a pass. You know, we know the obvious reasons why he would get a pass, and so we know the reasons why she under a microscope. What did she do? And but here's the thing, though. You know what I find funny? It ain't really the white people making a big deal about saying what has she done. It's our own people critiquing and criticizing. What did she do? I
Or
just
all the black men she locked up. She was a fucking prosecutor. She was the district attorney. So just because they're black, she's supposed to let them off if they done a crime. That shit don't even make sense to me.
it don't make sense to me either because here's the thing. Can we forget? Do we forget one piece of this? She wouldn't have to lock him up if there was no wrongdoings that took place. That's so. What is she supposed to do? Ignore the fact that they fucking up and doing wrong? Is she supposed
That's
to just
what
say,
a lot of our
okay,
people. Yep, that's
you
what a lot
you
of our
black, you
people
get a
do.
pass? But see, that's that thinking a lot of times that we have because I don't know if you ever work with some black people and you be in a leadership position, they automatically
Oh yeah,
assume, oh, you'll look out for me.
yeah.
Oh, I ain't got to worry about this. So that's that mentality. Oh, she black, she should have looked out for him. No, they should have not put themselves in the positions to get
That's it.
in any kind of trouble. And I'm not saying that everybody that's been prosecuted and everybody that goes before the court of law is guilty. I'm not by no means am I saying that.
Hmm.
However, I'm saying before we sit there and criticize her for doing her job,
Do what you're supposed to do. Never mind all the reentry programs and stuff that she started on her watch before she was even in any kind of Congress or anything, so that these with these men with very like a minimal crime or whatever, get them back out there. Get them back out there because they don't even need to be in here. They're taking up space. Let's get them in this program and get them out.
right?
Never mind that. Just well, she locked up all the black people. Well, Ray and Neil was out here on the corner, baby. What else you wanted to do?
Doing that fuck shit. So yeah,
Yeah, like
exactly.
I get so like you said, I get mad at us sometimes. Like I get so mad at us sometimes.
Because we're not consistent, and I think that's
No.
what throws me.
Yep.
We're not consistent.
Yep.
We're not consistent.
Yep.
We will make I don't know, make creative ways about what was it was something that's going on recently, and I was like, oh, okay, we'll rally against for that. Oh, it ain't got nothing to do with politics, but this whole Diddy situation. You know what I'm saying? You see so many black people in support of him because of what he did for the culture and everything like that. Let's not forget he did wrong. You
He
know what I'm
did
saying?
wrong.
He's did
He
wrong,
did
but
wrong. All this he did, well, he wasn't paying them. He was being nasty to him. Been on he a whole nother person over here beating on women and stuff. Yeah, we had some good music, but that doesn't negate all the bad shit that he did. And I will never forget because I always say, well, Mama told me years ago, be humble, stay humble, because you never know when something's gonna come and just slide up under you. When all of that happened with Cassie, before the video and stuff came out, when she was suing him, and he ended up just paying that money. But then that very night, he had a video on his property just dancing to Elton John's song, I'm Still Standing. It was funny to him. I'm still standing.
yeah,
Not even a week or so later, your ass is locked up. Like, and I'm like, that's what you get because you was feeling yourself too much.
yeah,
Like you was okay with that. And all these women ain't lying on you when you trash.
yeah.
But then you got all these other people, and that's what I was like. I'm looking at all these men and these women taking up for him. She lying and she wanted it, and she was grown. I mean, she
People
should
don't
have
believe it,
got out
but
sooner, yeah. But it is what it is. And even without all that, once y'all saw that video of him kicking her like he was in that fucking hallway of that hotel, you done.
should have been over.
Done.
OV,
And these same niggas that are taking up for him are saying, that's our problem. Y'all let these white people take down this black man. He took himself down. He took himself down, but y'all the same ones. And if this happened to y'all daughter, y'all ready to go to prison. I'm confused.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. See, they plainly say the white man taking down this black man, but then we'll take our own people down. Like to your point, you say Angela, I say, where is Obama? Where's where's
Yep.
Michelle? You know, it's like we can't win. We can't win for losing. So I don't know. I don't know. Here we are. We be at the end of our little episode, and we ain't talked about nothing we were supposed to. This
It's so much to touch on. It's a lot. It's
we talk about nothing.
we touched on a couple good things.
A couple of good things here and there, but yeah. But y'all join us again here real soon. We'll have more discussion. I ain't gonna have
a whole bunch more. We got
more
some
discussions.
Shit.
Yeah. But thank y'all for joining us. We look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you guys. Bye.